Welcome to Canada. Now I do have a sneak peek for you tonight and I'm super excited about it. I just noticed my light's in the wrong spot, so I'm just going to adjust that just a little bit. There we go. A little bit better. So yeah, just before we start the sneak peek tonight, I actually have December 29th of 2022, and you get a free embellishment when you place that order and use my host code. I forgot to line up Facebook, so just give me one moment while I fidget away here with my, here, you can check out my hand. Well, you can see what one of the sneak peeks is. Here we go. I had to refresh my screen. It's like I've had all day, my friends. Aren't you glad it stopped snowing? Well, like I am. All right. Well, I don't see the video, but I believe I'm live. I think Facebook's just acting silly, or I went live in the wrong spot. I don't know yet. So why don't we get to this part? All right. Well, I'll use one hand to scroll and find out what's going on with my screen. And the other one, well, we'll hold this up. So tonight, I always say I get the dies. Okay, I can see, well, I can't read them because the print on my computer is too small, but I can see some comments, so hello. Hello, just because my computer's not working doesn't mean my phone's not working. Wowee, I am live, thank you. Isn't it funny? It's technology. Computers, should be working, but it isn't. But it is. And hello, Bea. I had a lovely Christmas. I'm waiting. Oh my goodness. Hopefully it still works. Okay. So I always say when you get the stamp set, get the dies too. You're going to get so much more use out of your bundle. Pardon me. I cough at a frog. Go figure. So what we have here is some really nice sized, me too, Carol. I just looked and I go, why? I'm plugged in. Yeah, okay. Well, I think the replay will work better. Facebook's been doing this for a while. Anyway, okay. So you have two-step stamping, and I'm going to be showing you how that works. So this stamp, when they show them together, that means they go together. They go together. These go together, and these go together. And you also get, congratulations. Nobody gets me like you get me. This is true. Especially if you're kind of, what's the word, quirky like me. Anyway, it's really cool. And of course, it is photopolymer. So there's 20 stamps here. There's 14 dies here. And I can show you like this, or wait, I can show you like I had to set it to the side. Here it is. Excuse my arm. Or I can show you like this. I should probably do it like this. There. So what I did, and these are different dies here for in frame. What I did is cut one of everything. So, and right down to the, there's only one of the little hearts. You don't get the second heart. Okay, so here's an example. You could layer this, and then of course I had to use blue, and that's the wrong one. So I shouldn't have used blue for the second one, but you can fit the words right in there, which is kind of cool. You can also do the words like this, and I hope it stops freezing. There we go. Now my huge recommendation, if you're going to get these dies, or when you get these dies, is you need to get the adhesive sheets. When I first cut this out, I went, yeah, cut it out, and then I went, I can't glue that. That's too tiny. So I got out my adhesive sheets and did them again. These aren't adhesive sheets because I wanted to show you all the dies. So they work together beautifully. Now, if you wanted to, you could cut this out in one color and cut this out in another, and you practically have another, you'll have something really funky looking. And that's another thing I like about this set. You can just mix your colors so much. Isn't it pretty? Like, I love this font. Look at how delicate that is. So when you're taking it off your adhesive sheets, you definitely want to be careful. And I used my take your pick tool, not my fingernails for this, is getting in between the layer of the adhesive sheet. Do I have one handy? I do not. And the cardstock was a little bit difficult. So I just pulled it apart and then very carefully, like so. It looked just like that. So yeah, these are all the dies and all the die cuts. And I had them kind of loaded up nicely, but now they're not. And the flowers and so on. So it's a real dog's breakfast right now, but it really looks so pretty. And you'll see that on the cards. I love the layering letters. It looks like so 70s, 80s. I don't even know. Hey, Marjorie, welcome. I'm going to set those aside. I also want to mention that people are starting to say that they're receiving the catalogs I sent out. And if you live in Canada and you don't have a Demonstrator, let me know right away, because the post office has been really quick. I did not think those catalogs would get there before the catalog goes live on the 5th of January. I also wanted to mention, if you missed last week's video, I made this card in last week's video. You can catch it on YouTube, on my Lolly and Sand YouTube channel. Let's get to it. Because they're photopolymer, I'm going to bring out this little lovely. And did I forget? I did. Okay, well, I forgot to get a piece of paper that would go underneath, so we'll just kind of go, we'll just use this. Actually, I'll use this. I don't need something underneath. Now, I decided that I have not been showing my in colors enough love, the newer ones. So that's what the cards are. Well, that's what this card is anyway. So the one I have used a lot is one of these things does not belong here, you. The one I've used a lot is, I feel like there's one extra here that shouldn't be here. Sweet Sorbet. I think I've mixed them up. But anyway, what I've done is, oh, Polished Pink doesn't go in here. That's why. I used Polished Pink instead of Sweet Sorbet. That's why. I'm like, what am I doing? So I used Parakeet Party, Orchid Oasis. There goes my voice. Excuse me. Starry Sky, Tahitian Tide, and Polished Pink. I know. So for this example, though, what I'm going to do is use Starry Sky, and I'm definitely going to use Parakeet Party because we need a green as well. I wanted to show you the two-step stamping. So here's the stamps. You have your, this is the inside, or the inside of the one that I'm stamping first, however you want to call it. And I'm not really liking my light tonight. It looks like it's on bright. I found it easiest to stamp this one first and then this one second. This one will get stamped off more than once maybe. So Starry Sky, which I love, by the way. Really, really, really love Starry Sky. Okay, so this one I'm going to ink up really well. And if you're like me, I have to do more than one, especially when I'm showing you an example. We'll try for two, see how that goes. Oops, stay here. Oh, I wish, let me reach for a scrap. I hate using good paper. Okay, how many times did Sandy stamp? And this is from the previous week. We are not paper wasters, my friends. We are not paper wasters. Alrighty. So, what I did, excuse me, there we go again, to line this up is I looked at this. So every time I stamp the same direction. Unless I'm doing a whole card, and then you have to figure that out. So let's go for it. Oh, I see Kathy is here. Hello, Kathy. We are using the Love for You bundle. So I stamped off 3 times. Let's see what we get. If I don't like it, wait. Yep, that's right. It's a lot easier when it's right in front of you, let me tell you. There. So I'm lining up this outer edge and this outer edge with the outer edge of this side and this side. And I apologize for my blocks. I will be getting a few new ones since I polished these the wrong way. Say no more. Watch the last video. There we go. So if I'd done it full strength, it would have been gone. So this time I'm just going to stamp off 2 times and see what we get. You can tell I was having a lot of fun with this. That didn't really stamp off evenly. I'm going to do it again. And actually, you know what I should do? I'm going to put this up here. Okay. 1, 2. Nope. You know what? I didn't do it evenly because it's not on the edge. 1, 2. Alrighty. So the cool thing about showing you with this one color is that you can get so many different colors out of one stamp pad. There we go. So it's a little, you can see darker, lighter. This one's light all the way around. I think that's really cool. I'm not looking for all of them to be the same. I don't want that. All right, moving right along. And now that I have a frog in my throat, we're going to do the leaves. So I'm going to do the same thing. Bring this over, and this is Parakeet Party. And what I figured was this was a solid image. This was the inside image. So the inside image is going full strength. Now remember, these will be die cuts. So you need to leave a little bit of room. There's one. It's not a really dark color, but if you love bright colors, you're going to love this one. The difference. Don't try to get fancy, Sandy. No. My retired brain doesn't get fancy anymore. Dropping things. For the inside, my original card, I used black. Okay, don't do that. That's a mistake. And I apologize for the video quality and for the freezing. It's really bugging me. Here it is here. It looks like a little nose. And the way I looked at it is the rounded parts at the bottom, and you can always test it out. So what color did I choose today? Gray Granite. And you might be saying to yourself, the center flowers probably, I don't know, they're probably not gray, but because I have a number of colors and they're Gray Granite. Yes, I want to say Smoky Slate every time I look at that color. Okay. There we go. Let's bring in, so this is what I did. There's a test. These two in different shades of the same color, which was Starry Sky, and this is Parakeet Party, which I think is just so happy. It's so happy. Nope. Here's these, but I forgot. I want to show you something first. The second snap, that'd be handy. So if you're just joining me, I do apologize. There is some Facebook's goofing up. It's not my internet. I'm connected to the Ethernet. It is not. There goes my paper. Alrighty, so this is a huge 48 piece. There's 48 sheets of 12 by 12 paper in here. This is a celebration item. A celebration does not start until January the 5th, unless you're a demonstrator, which means you could already have this. These are really dandy. These dandy designs are very dandy. We have got, let's see if I could read the teeny print. Balmy Blue, Calypso Coral. Oh my goodness. Coastal Cabana, Fresh Freesia, Granny Apple Green, Mango Melody, and Petal Pink. Oh, that was difficult. I forget when you have reading glasses that could be difficult. Reading glasses that don't read teeny tiny print. All right, so this is going to repeat itself somewhere in here, but check these out. Ooh, I like that one. See, there's a little pattern in there, but it's so hard to see. Depends on your eyes. Let's scoot down to that. Isn't that fun? Wouldn't that make a great baby card? And this one, we'll check the back. Like, wow. I will show you the other side as well. 48 sheets. My plan was to take these out. Stars. Great little graduation card. You know when little ones graduate kindergarten and things? Oh, that's really bright. Wow. And these guys. I love polka dots. My mom loved polka dots. She's known for her long fingernails and polka dots. So I just so pretty with the colors. Flip them on. Here we go. Oh boy. They are mixed. We're using this tonight because this looks really happy. And I know you did not hear Parakeet Party in there, but it doesn't matter because they go together. So somebody make a comment and tell me, like, how bad is the video quality and how many times has it stopped? Like how many? I'm trying to go faster because, and we'll get through everything hopefully. This one is one of my favorites. Again, looks very retro to me, which I think is lovely. And these are just happy colors. Very, very happy. Another favorite, this one. This is absolutely gorgeous. I almost thought this was a pale blue in here, but that was just my eyes playing tricks on me. But to my eyes, I think it really is. There's your, whoa, beautiful purples. And see what's on the other side. So you can mix and match. This is so worth it. So very worth it. So when you're placing your order in January, be sure to add this. Oh my goodness, more stripes, more groovy. We saw that one, but yeah, they're just so pretty. So many occasions. All right, let's get this card put together and let's show you the rest of everything. Alrighty, so here's our front panel. Okay, and I have to read what it says. So this I do know. This is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And check this out. My card is going to go landscape this time. Alrighty, this is from the Dandy Designs. And this is 2 1/2 inches by 5 3/8. It's going to go end to end. Let's attach that. I don't want to give you too many figures in case you're writing it down. I want to make sure you have time to write down the measurements. Because I only do them in the video. It's kind of like repeating yourself, you know? And not to be rude or anything. Soup. So I can't remember how many weeks ago it was that I mentioned that I have a goal. And my goal is to get to go on the Stampin' Up! Leaders trip. That takes some help from you. I am way behind on sales, way. And I'm not begging, I'm not trying to be cheesy, just telling you. Oh, I wanted to show you the little flowers. So here's the Oasis. Forgot the name. Orchid Oasis. And there's the difference. There's the starry sky beside it. But check out these little, how cute are these? I didn't put these in the original, and I'm thinking about putting them in this one, but we need to get going. So my plan was just to kind of have a line of them going across, and I have this thing where I don't like to see a straight line of paper. So what I'm going to do is, let's just see if we can, apparently I used up all my I forgot that color already too. Good Lord. Oh, Tahitian. Oh my gosh. Tahitian Tide. I wanted to call it Tempting Turquoise, but I know that's completely wrong. Completely. I'm going to put one of these guys in. And I'll probably put a second one of those in. And I'm also going to do some popping up. So the first thing I'm going to do, though, is get the outside guys on. You don't need a lot of glue. Okay, and I use Tombow regardless of whether I'm moving, need my wiggle time. It's quick, it's easy, and yes, sometimes your hands do get messy. I can go over the edge just a little bit because the actual card's going to be a little bit bigger. This is going to get popped up, and I'm going to need my scissors. When I first brought this set out, I don't know if I was just having I can't think of anything time, but I could not come up with any designs, and then all of a sudden, bam, and 5 cards were created. It kind of just happens like that sometimes, you know? I want them to look like they're like kind of moving along. I don't like those two colors side by side. Not at all. Not at all. I'm going to pop this one up. So I'm just putting, actually it's going to need 2 dimensionals. I'm just putting the edge. You can see I've almost used up the entire sheet, which makes me very happy. All right, so now I can glue this little guy in. You might be saying to yourself, those colors don't match, but you know what? In your garden, your grass is hopefully, well, not right now, but your grass is green. Right now ours is white, snow covered. And the grass is green, your flowers are all different colors, so I thought, why not put these colors together? Okie dokie. Didn't really want to put 2 pinks together, didn't want to put those together, but I just don't want those together. You can tell I was practicing on the other side of the paper. Waste not. All right, and then the leaves. We'll just kind of tuck a few in here and there. That can go there. I don't need to pop that up. Once you've got, pardon me, once you have everything stamped and die cut, this is what I call the other playtime. The first playtime is stamping and playing with the colors. Stamping, the second part, of course, is, do I want to put that up there? I do. Is how you put it on the card. So I don't know if this looks like the original. I'm not looking at it. And it doesn't have to. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to stick with that. I know it's not 4 leaves, but that's okay. Alrighty, the next thing I have to do on this teeny tiny, I keep saying teeny tiny because my grandson is, well, he's potty trained, but he still every once in a while wants to use the teeny tiny toilet, which is the potty. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to argue. I'm going to stamp friend there. And it's going to look like this is a really small stamp, but that's okay. It looks good. Let's see if I can, well, straight doesn't matter, but cute. Look how cute that is. Wee-haw. And I can save the other piece. Alrighty, so that's stamped, and I used one of the really small layering circles. I also wanted to break this up a little bit. I didn't want to just have this sitting here, because I thought it looked kind of odd. So I'm just going to break this up by putting a strip, which is 5/8 of an inch wide by 5 3/8 long. Oh, hello, Gail. Thought I missed you tonight, but there you are. And I do answer or look at comments after, because I know how distracted I get. And as long as Facebook's cooperating, I want to make sure we get through this without it being completely ridiculous. Silly Facebook. It's not my internet. It really isn't. Well, that's my theory anyway. Okay, so I could have put a little more glue there. I could still put glue there. I don't know if you've ever done this. I could use the palette end, but this one's handy. Just go in, under, brush it on, clean this off right away. Your Take Your Pick tool comes in very handy for things like that. All right, so I also cut this little banner out of Stylish Shapes. On the original, I used a layering circle, the one that's scalloped just a little bit bigger than this. And honestly, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like the way it turned out. So I will probably be removing that from the card, but you'll get to see it. I don't know why I'm deciding where the glue goes. It goes in the center. So I thought I would pop this behind. Come to Sandy. I'm going to give that a couple seconds to dry. In the meantime, I'm going to put the base of the card on. Guess what? My card is a different... This time you actually have to write it down. You know how my cards are always portrait this way? Nope, not this time. This is, obviously, basic black. And this is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. And we'll just give that one more little swipe with the bone folder. Sometimes, oh, you know what? I know, and it's not a white base either. Shocking. Hello, Elsie. I do apologize one more time. We're having some technical difficulties this evening, but hopefully it's all good. And I'm doing a sneak peek of the Love for You bundle in the new Mini. I'm just making sure I'm not putting this on upside down. I almost did with one of my cards. The 4 other cards I have to show you. Alrighty. You know when you get glue on your fingers and you need that wiggle time? There you go. There. I'm very fond of having like a white space on the card. I'm going to pop that up as well. So this works for me. You'll see on my original, I feel, and maybe you'll feel the same way, that it's just a little bit too high. That part I can't change. Well, I can disassemble the card. It's not like it's never been done. And let's try to get that on straight. Okay, we're going to embellish the front, but we're doing the inside of the card. Now, when I cut this at 5 3/8, I cut this, and then I cut the one for the original 5 3/8. There was a piece left at the end, and it would have been this rectangle. So I thought, I've done the straight edge inside the cards, but I've not done a triangle. So I decided it would be a triangle, just for something different. Doesn't always have to be the same. And the other thing is, what would I have done with that little rectangle? Probably nothing. So now I'm making use of it and using up the entire length, the 12-inch length. That, and then we'll find, what would we like to put on the inside? I still really think these little guys are cute, but I might just go for a big one. Just toss them away, Sandy, if you don't need them. Toss them away. Nope, I don't want that color. Not right now. Alrighty. There we go. I wanted 3 pieces. You know that whole keep it with 3. Little guy down here. Come on. It's a new bottle of glue. Yeehaw. I forgot to ask you. I know that was pretty quick because we were having technical difficulties. What you thought of that Dandy Design DSP. That's a bit of a mouthful. Like, it is such happy paper. It is so happy. There, everybody go. Go. This one stays. So I think I used it on all but one card, and that's because I don't know what I was thinking. I think I was thinking more Valentine's. This can go over here. And in just a little bit. And hold that down for a second. Groovy. Now we go to the inside. And again, don't use too much glue when you're gluing. Hello. When you're gluing down, because that will show through on your card. I noticed it actually on my card. I'm like on the front, and then went, how on earth did that happen? Because I'm not one of the, I don't use a ton of glue. You don't need it. It's paper. Alrighty. Had to bring in the basic rhinestone jewels. I think we could use a little bit here. This is a large white area, but it kind of worked. Oh, and there's Janice. You're in Hamilton. I hope you didn't drive over the scary weather, through the scary weather we had, because that was horrible. Whiteouts. I actually went out thinking, oh, it's not bad. I'm just going to Zehrs. It was fine on the way there, except I went right through a 4-way stop. No stopping, go straight through. And then on the way back, as I turned south, the wind was coming straight at me, and I could not see the car ahead of me. So I was going really slow. Okay, so there's the card. There's our card. On the original, now see what I mean? This one's up higher. So we're talking 1/4 of an inch, but I thought it made a difference. This one has got Wink of Stella all over it. And again, Here's the inside, or the little middle of the flower being black, which worked for these guys, didn't work for these guys quite as well. Okay, so there's those. You've seen me do Wink Estella like 100 times. And you know, just in case you're new to me, you cover your desk to protect it. You take this, take the lid off, and you're going to use, I always use my bone folder and go tap, 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 tap. And I don't think you can see the sprinkles, or the sparkles, but it is so sparkly. All right, so here we go. I'll show you this one. I have not done scrappy strips for quite some time, and I decided that this paper was so cool. So it's the Dandy Designs. It was so cool that I had to use it again. So I cut strips all the way down here, and this is an example of when I did use my adhesive sheets. Like, how pretty is that? And these are the new adhesive backed sequins out of the Mini. They're really pretty. I think you get 4 different colors. And then just some, I have to tell you this. This is my trick to making this trim work. Simply Elegant trim is you pull this back just a little bit and pull the white cord out of the center. Oh, I think that means my grandson's home with his dad. With his dad. He's not old enough to drive yet, obviously. But yeah, it cooperates a whole lot better. I love this card. I am not kidding you. I really do. Okay. This is that paper I was talking about, and more of the adhesive back sequins. I think that is just really, really pretty. I had it on black at first, and it was too much for the card, so I went with Calypso Coral. Alrighty. This one as well. This is a really simple card. I mean, I've stamped it right on here. And then, if you can see the texture, oh, you can, as long as I turn it. This is the timeless, rats, time-worn type. I think that might be it. And then for this one, I used all Orchid Oasis and the Parakeet Party. Little bit of this. Remember that rule of threes? 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh, this is 5, just so you know. Okay. And then this one. This is not from that paper bag. This is from the paper I used last week, which, of course, escapes me. And I did take the center out of this ribbon as well. So to stamp this as nice and as bright as I did, I used my Stamparatus. And you might want to do the same, because if you're using up that much real estate on a card, like this actually was a full sheet until I decided what I was doing, use your Stamparatus, because you're going to stamp it and go, oh no, I didn't put enough ink on, or I was too heavy on this side. Use your Stamparatus or your stamp positioning tool, whatever you have. It just makes it so you don't waste the paper. Those are my cards. I'm not quite as keen on this one. I'm probably going to take this off and redo it, but the rest I love. It's like, who's your favorite child? I can't tell you, but I know card-wise that I love the way these turned out, and this, and this, and this, and that, and that. Anyway, my friends, guess what? We went over all the colors. Yeah, we did. I just want to make sure I did that. Told you that they were different height. I like this height much better. And what I wanted to say to you is, I won't see you until next Tuesday. I don't have a calendar handy. I don't even know if is that after the New Year's? Yes, it is. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. I hope you had a nice, peaceful Christmas without, and the calendar won't come up, without eating too much. I have not had Christmas dinner yet. We have two nurses and one vet tech who works at a 365 days a year emergency vet hospital. Hospital for dogs and cats. And our dinner's this Thursday, so I'll be able to tell you all about that next week. Have yourself a wonderful evening, a wonderful week, a wonderful New Year's, and I will see you next Tuesday. It'll probably be a sneak peek too. Probably will. You never know. Alrighty. Thank you again. If you have any questions, if you want that catalog, let me know. I will get that out to you. Okay? Bye-bye. Take care.